Bikers welcome. Hello. Eating the ants. Here's a house for sale. I just looked it up. It's $477,000. If that was in Canada for $477,000, I'd buy it. It's nice. I like bungalows like that. Big pillars on the front, and they back onto a beautiful pond you probably can't swim in. There's probably gators in there, but you could probably go for a boat ride. I don't think I would. Beautiful, beautiful area. Here's a little body of water. I'm not sure if you can actually walk around that body of water or not. Like, this probably isn't private property, and it looks like anybody can walk here. And same possibly around that other lake or pond. But the way you can tell that there's an alligator in there is if the water's wet. That's the rule. If the water's wet, there's gators in there. I just really don't like going too close to bodies of water in Florida. I'm just terrified. 3 kilometers, well, 3.5 kilometers so far, 45 minutes. Just realized I should have possibly started this vlog with a little hello there, how are you? I'm just trying to work off some of the lunches and dinners that we've had. I'm trying really hard to pick things on the menu, but it's so difficult when you're in this kind of scenario to pick the most healthy thing you could possibly have. Like last night I had a steak, which was the best thing on the plate, and then I had those steak fries. And of course I had to try their mac and cheese, and their mac and cheese was super creamy, very, very good. I'm glad this gave you just a little bit. So just walking that off. At lunchtime we had probably one of the best wing places I've ever had. One of the best wings I've ever had, sorry. But the place, I think it was called 3 Bananas, and 2 of the fishing guys and Carl and I all sat down, and the one guy named Eric, he's been there many times because he fishes off that lake, and that's in Crescent Lake area. And he's like, oh, I've been here many times. I would just order, and I'm asking him, like, what are the things have you tried on the menu? And he says, I only eat the wings. So I'm like, well, if that's the recommendation, I'm gonna have wings too. And they were nice. And I just did buffalo wings with ranch. Blue cheese is nice once in a while, but I just prefer ranch over blue cheese with my wings. Then we went back to the hotel, hung out for a bit, got all the camera gear sorted and batteries recharged and stuff for the next shoot. That's in a couple days or more. And then we went for dinner, and that's where I had the steak and the steak fries. So now I'm walking that off, and I'm up to obviously 3.5 kilometers. So I'm attempting to do 10. I sent Carl a text saying I'm out for a walk. Let me know when you need me, because I know he doesn't need me possibly until 12. So I might be able to get 10 kilometers in. So again, I was walking around this beautiful area, and all the houses in this area are just lovely. Like, it'd be nice to hang out in this area for a few decades of your life. It seems to be very, very quiet and just pretty. Like, some of these people spend a lot of money on their landscaping. Some people don't, which is fine, but all the houses are just gorgeous. And there was a couple houses I've already passed, I didn't really talk about them, that were kind of above and beyond what the landscaping should be, I guess. Like, you know, some people just have a couple trees, and then some people kind of go all out, which is great. Again, it made me look. All right, so I'm gonna keep walking. I think we're doing a fish fry today in the town, so I'll have to like fly a drone. I have to do some interviews and enjoy a nice big fish fry. Not the best thing in the world for you, but it's probably going to be all fresh crappie. Can't wait. Look at the size of this tree. It is huge. Wow. This would be like a normal shot. That's how big the tree is to the house. Like, that is nuts. That's pretty cool. Don't see that every day. Not in Ontario. That's funny, look. They even have statues of them. Little ornaments. This is a cool little street. No sidewalks. I'm up to almost 6 kilometers, well, 5.5 kilometers there. 70 minutes.
Split 8, the split pace, 11 minutes, 55 seconds per kilometer.
All right. Burned 471 calories. Sweet. Time for coffee, shaving, shower, work. Thank you. So sitting area. Woo! There's all the camera equipment. Yep, getting ready for our next shoot. Just trying to get the first vlog done also. Last night, had a really bad night. I went to bed probably around 8:30 or 9 o'clock because standing on a boat for 4 hours, videotaping people fishing, and it was about 25 degrees Celsius, but the sun was like I don't know, 30 to 40 degrees up from sunrise to that till I guess it was around noon. So the sun was just bouncing and ricocheting off the water and was baking me. And I wore one of Carl's hoodies for a show, and the hoodie's black, unfortunately. So I was wearing this black hoodie, had a t-shirt on, black hoodie, didn't want to take it off because I just didn't want to get baked by the sun, my skin on top of being baked from the heat. Also had pants on, so again, to protect myself from the sun. I had my Tilly hat, which is a nice wide brimmed hat, keeping the sun off my face as much as possible, off my neck. I also had a buff. Carl also taught me to soak your buff in water. So you put it in the lake water, rinse it out a bit, and then put your buff on, which basically it's like a neck warmer, but so it goes around your neck, and you can pull it up over your hat or your head and keep the sun off your ears and your cheeks and your chin and all that stuff. So that's what I was wearing. And the ride back was so nice because just a breeze, and there was no breeze. That was the biggest part about that. There was zero wind on the lake at that time, and so the sun just sat there and baked us while they were fishing. So by the time we had lunch at the Three Bananas, got back here, and then we went for dinner later on, I was done. Like, I was so done. And so I tried to watch TV, but I kept falling asleep. And then I said, so I sent a text to Carol saying good night, going to bed early, I'm exhausted. So I went to bed last night, and at around 12 o'clock, it sounded like children, possibly young teenagers, running up and down the halls on the floor above us. And you're thinking it's going to stop. And then you'd hear a door slam, and then nothing. And you're like, okay. He said to fall back asleep. Running again, and then they're thumping and then banging, and like, I'm surprised it went on for as long as it did. I almost phoned down to the desk, like, get the police here or something, because it's 12:30 at night, and this has been going on for an hour, and you need to have somebody come here and shut these people up, because pretty much everybody on the 4th floor and the 3rd floor are being woken up by these people. And just some people just have zero consideration for other people, and like, take them outside, make them run around the parking lot. I'd never let my kids run around like that at 12 o'clock at night in a motel or hotel like this. Anyway, well, I have a lot to do for the rest of the day, so I'm going to wrap this one up. I hope you enjoyed that little walk with me, and I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.